Was it the Giants or was it Odell? Because Odell, they're saying that there's a report that Odell is not coming to camp or signing or playing if he doesn't get a new deal. Now I don't believe that. Players say that all the time. Now some players have sat out, at this point, but I don't think Odell is going to be about that life to sit out possibly an entire season. There has been, news or reports that it's one that the Giants saying they're not shopping them, but then they're talking about another report saying, they're at least hearing offers, and now people are saying that the Giants want 2 first-round picks and all this stuff for Odell. I think a lot of that is just talk, and then I say that, and then breaking news or something happens. But to me, I just think that's a lot of talk. They're going to get this thing worked out one way or the other. The Giants do not want to lose Odell Beckham because we saw how, now Eli's a little bit different, but we saw how Giants fan and people around the league and everything, because everyone loves Eli, but we saw how Giants fan reacted when they sat Eli, and basically kind of gave a hint that they were going to move on from Eli. That didn't go over so well, and there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be upset if they're trying to trade away, Odell Beckham. And they want Odell to grow up. I get that. They want Odell to be more mature. I get that. They want him to make better decisions. I get that, and everything. But as far as like who the leverage is, on this whole situation, I'm going to give it to the Giants. One, Odell is not a quarterback. He does not have the ball in his hand, every play, so that's something to be said. It is what it is. People value a quarterback more than anything else, in this league. The other thing about it, and I said this yesterday, is that Odell has not shown that he can take a team to the Super Bowl. And I used Emmitt Smith as an example yesterday. And if you don't know this story, it was Dallas Cowboys had went to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl. And Emmitt at that point was like, yo, I need to get paid. I need to get my money. I was one of the reasons why we won the Super Bowl. Jerry Jones didn't want to give him the money. They going back and forth, about it and all that stuff. So Emmitt says, you know what? Let's see how well y'all do without me. Right? Let's see how well y'all do without me. They started losing games. And after they lost, I think they were in the week 4 and they lost maybe like 2, maybe 3 games. Jerry Jones said, okay, let me open my checkbook. My bad. Emmitt, come on in. We're ready to go. And then what happens? Emmitt gets back. They make that run and they win the Super Bowl, that year as well. So they go back to back, for Super Bowl championships. Odell's nowhere near that at this point. He hasn't done anything, like that. He hasn't even won them a playoff game yet. So it's just, that's why I think the Giants have a little bit more leverage, or a lot more leverage, than Odell Beckham. And the other thing is, right now, they are looking at possibly drafting a quarterback. Now, people have said, that they may take Saquon Barkley at the 2 spot. I really don't think they'll take Saquon at this point because Eli is getting older. It's only a matter of time before he retires and he's going to be, done playing. Or they may be done, with him. So they have an opportunity to get themselves a quarterback, and I think that's where their focus is right now. Odell's contract, they're like, look, he's still under contract. We're not at any, pressure to do anything at this moment. If he does sit out, eventually he's going to come back. 1, because he'll be getting fined every day for not showing up. And 2, he's not helping out his case because everyone's going to ask, well, is he even healthy off of injury? Is he, learned his lesson? And every club that wants to offer for him, they're not going to offer what they would have offered if he was playing, So he may end up at a team that he don't even want to be with, and now he's disgruntled. Now you got a problem. And then we're not even talking about Odell at this point. And we know the talent of what Odell Beckham is. We know what he can do. We know what he has done, you know. So with the whole leverage thing, in this particular case, I think the Giants have it. Now, someone had brought up about Lawrence Taylor and everything, but you can't compare the two. Lawrence Taylor was out there winning MVPs as a defensive player, and I think he still is the only defensive player to win a regular season MVP in the NFL. Now, yes, Lawrence Taylor had that little trouble with the white stuff or whatever, you know, and some other thing that was going on, but he came and he dominated week in, week out. For however way he was able to do it, he did it. And the Giants, you know, let's just be honest. I'm sure they had a lot more of leeway that they were giving him than they were giving other guys, you know, at this point. So, again, Odell Beckham has not even won them a playoff game. And he's saying that he wants to be the highest paid. Now, this is the report. He's saying that he wants to be the highest paid player, not wide receiver, player in the NFL. There's only one way you're going to be able to do that. You're going to have to come back and play. You're going to have to play, and you're going to have to show them, this is why I want that money, you know. Now, the other stuff with the video and everything, I'm not even touching that because it opens up to interpretation and everything. You know, people saying, you know, there was some stuff there. We don't know exactly what it was, what it is, or what was going on with that, because I'm pretty sure more about that will be, you know, coming out. There was an incident with him at the club and, you know, and all this stuff. So it's stuff that he shouldn't be involved in. And that's another reason, you know, the Giants have, you know, leverage, is that all this other stuff is coming out. Now, we don't even know how old that stuff is, but all this other stuff is coming out, and maybe they're using it against them. But the Giants have the leverage in this whole situation. And they're not crazy. They're not going to trade Odell. They're just going to be like, you know what? Hey, we get it. Just like Pittsburgh. We're not trading Le'Veon Bell. Martavis Bryant wanted out. We're not trading Martavis Bryant. We know what we got. We'll figure it out. We've seen other teams do. LaMarcus Aldridge, I'm going to the NBA. He wanted to trade. Pop, I'm not trading LaMarcus Aldridge. You know, I'm not going to get what I want, you know, for him. And that's the same thing with Odell. You're not going to get what you want for him. So you might as well just work it out, and everything will, I guess, come together when it needs to come together. And Odell will be in a Giants jersey. He'll be good to go. I don't think he'll get the contract that he wants, but I think he will get paid very well. And we won't be talking about this anymore. It will be, can the Giants do anything beyond the regular season? Can they get to the playoffs, you know, at this point? You know, they got a lot of questions on their team other than Odell that they need to address. And we talked about quarterback, but running back, offensive line, they did address their defense. So they should be good on defense, even though they traded JPP, you know, but they got a lot more stuff that's going on, you know. And what we're going to go on about is we're going to get into a little basketball news. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break and come back, and we'll talk about Markelle Fultz. He made an appearance in his first game back on Monday, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And he playing tonight, so we'll chat about it a little bit more. So you listen to the Wait a Minute show. Your man Jelani JB Bodie is going down on a Wednesday night, hump night, and we'll be back after these words.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute show. That's right, Jelani Lopan. Indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
Yo, this is your boy Keith C from the
Kicking It With Keith C show.
When I want to jam, I'm jamming with Queen Josie and DJ New as they're kicking those vibes.
Don't be a crook who steals. Buy what you need at DougieDeals.com.
This is Girly Girl. Join me every Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Girly Girls World for intriguing conversation and relevant topics. Girly Girls World for the women on the go and the men who want to know. Girly Girls World Sundays at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat Squad couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the Squad to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us the rulers of the world.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, and this is...
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
On the Two Live Studios Radio Network, coming to you live from the ATL in the Lion Den studio. And we are about to get into some basketball news. And this Markelle Fultz making his first appearance a couple nights ago. And actually, he played the game tonight. The Sixers and the Knicks got it going on. And let's go back to his first game. Kind of came out the blue a little bit. We really didn't know if he was going to play or come back or not. So, they were kind of talking about it. And lo and behold, they're like, Markelle Fultz is going to make, an appearance. And in his first game, to me, I think he did, very well for someone who's been missing for majority of the season. Monday night, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. In 14 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists. In 14 minutes of action. I don't know if you know, there's 48 minutes in an NBA game. In 14 minutes, a little bit over a quarter. So he almost didn't even play for 3 quarters. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. To me, that's really good. Now, he did shoot 5 of 13, so he shot 38% from the field, but no 3-pointers in that game that they played. I don't have a problem with that. He put up 13 shots. I don't even have a problem with that. He played his game. He looked like he had some confidence. It did start out shaky. He airballed, a shot, but then he came back, hit another shot. But he was involved in the offense. To me, that is progress. Now, tonight, a little bit different. Same amount of minutes. They playing the Knicks. He played 14 minutes, but he only had 3 points. But 5 rebounds, 7 assists. So he is still in the mix. He is still getting other players, into the game. And this is a process. This is something that it will take a while for him to get into the mix. It's only his second game back. Now, JY3 in the Wait a Minute Show chat room did say, I see you out there. He said he shot it 13 times, though. He was playing rec ball. But JY3, I don't have a problem. Like I said, I don't have a problem with him shooting 13 times at this point. He needs to get some type of confidence. He needs to get look, it didn't go in, fine, shoot it again. It didn't go in, fine, shoot it again. Because at this point, he's a number 1 overall pick. You're going to need him at some point in time, and you're going to need him to come along sooner than later. They're getting ready for the playoffs. If he can give them anything, he will be a big-time addition to that team and their success this season in trying to upset someone or trying to give another team in the playoffs a hard time. First game back, and JY3 said, true that, Jelani, you're right, first game back. Second game, again, not as good as the first game. Let's see, I think he went, it was ugly, 1 for 5. He only shot 20%, from the field, on it. but you're going to have those, he's going to have some bad games, but I would rather him get it